Hey everyone, welcome back. This is episode 2 of Char and Dave Talk CBD.
This is Char.
And this is Dave.
Hey, how you doing? So we have something really interesting to talk about today. Why don't you tell the folks what we're going to talk about today?
We are going to talk about the stigma surrounding CBD oil.
There's a stigma out there?
There's a stigma.
Yeah? What do you hear the stigma to be?
Mostly it's a drug. They compare it most to marijuana.
Yeah, I hear that too. That's
do?
exactly what I hear too. Yeah, well, the public is being changed little bit by little bit. The tipping point, we're reaching the tipping point, but people still think that hemp and marijuana are the same thing.
And, they're both part of the cannabis family, very much like cousins, the hemp plant and the marijuana plant. Maybe you can explain it a little.
Well, it'd be kind of like distant cousins. Here's how I explain it to people, and you can do it your own way. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but I tell them that they are both from the cannabis family, but you got way over here you've got marijuana, and way over here you have hemp. And hemp is where we get the CBD oil from. And here's how I show them to compare it or contrast it. It's kind of like people and apes. We're both primates, but we share a lot of the same DNA, but there's no way that we're the same thing. We are not apes and they are not people. So just like there's a difference there's a difference between hemp and marijuana. So if you realize that we're not going to be giving people marijuana, which is full of what?
THC.
Which is the psychoactive drug, right?
Well, it produces psychoactive or psychotropic effects on the mind.
Yeah, get you high.
Get you high.
And that's not what we're doing at all, is it?
I have not been high since I have been taking CBD. I don't get high. It's not a drug. It actually, we have an internal endocannabinoid system, very much like our central nervous system, or another system anyway, or our endocrine system that balances our hormones. We also have an endocannabinoid system that has trillions of receptors.
That sounds pretty big.
It's amazing. Our bodies are just awesome machines. And
so what goes on with this endocannabinoid system?
well, we mess it up all day long. We contaminate it. We don't give our body rest. We give it the wrong energy, the wrong fuel, and oftentimes we're stressed to the max. So many of us are on pharmaceutical drugs, real drugs, addictive drugs, so much that our city waters in, I think, in at least a huge percentage, our city waters cannot get the prescription drugs out of our water, even if they're using the micron filters. It's just not possible. We are polluting ourselves with real drugs. Mm-hmm. Whereas, not that CBD is a drug or something to replace drugs, it's really a supplement to help assist our endocannabinoid receptors in creating our homeostasis, balance in our bodies.
Okay, why don't you tell us what homeostasis is?
Homeostasis, yeah. I think of it like balance.
Okay.
We are like this. And what CBD, cannabidiol, tries to do is create balance. So our receptors know our body already produces cannabidiol. We already produce. I think with our lives today, we don't produce enough. So what happens is if we give it a supplement, say of CBD, give it a supplement, our bodies know that, I know what to do with this. Mm-hmm. And they're going to take it, and it's going to distribute the receptors that need it, that need balance. The receptors are going to take and use the cannabidiol, the CBD, to create balance in the cells at the nucleus. And it's just so important for us. It's important for our bodies. Have you seen my videos on my dogs?
Mm-hmm. I have.
My dogs, last night, I'm a mom, and I'm late all the time, no matter what it seems. I try, something comes up. And lately it's been ice on my windshields, so just saying. Something comes up and I'm late. I left yesterday and I didn't give my sister's dog, or the dogs, their CBD. And when I got home, Chewy was limping. But within 4 minutes of giving him his CBD, he had all 4 paws down again. And That is not a drug.
Yeah, you need to look up that video that she did of her dog doing that. It's really amazing to see what happened there.
You can hashtag
So-
Chewdini.
Chewdini, how do you spell that?
CHEWDINI. Chewdini.
I just exposed your dyslexia, huh? Well, she had dyslexia until she started doing CBD, and now she reads the entire everything that she can get her hands on in one day. It's just amazing.
I'm reading
She's
everything
Superwoman.
I can on CBD and our body system. You know, we didn't even know that we had, the medical doctors did not even know that we had an endocannabinoid system, I think, until the 90s.
That's right. Early 90s, we found out that there's an endocannabinoid system, and what it is, it's all over through your whole body. A lot of it's in your central nervous system, your brain, and your spinal cord, and even your peripheral nerves, but even some of your organ systems and other tissues have this. And what happens is that it utilizes all the naturally occurring cannabinoids, and we find that in all kinds of different places. Breast milk has it, chocolate has it. So if this was illegal, as Jenna said, you'd have to outlaw boobs and chocolate. we're not going to do that.
I'm not
And so-
outlawing boobs.
And so we're not going to do that. But what happens is when you take the CBD oil, what it does is it goes in for the receptors for this endocannabinoid system, and it allows them to take up and use all the naturally occurring cannabinoids that are already in your body. And they're all over in there, and we just need to be able to use them better. Now, some of the drugs that they prescribe that Charlene was talking about earlier, they go in there and they try to make it to where you can't reuptake these different drugs, and so there's a whole bunch of stuff floating around, and it gives you all of this artificial stuff going on in your body, but some of them have really serious side effects. What are the side effects of CBD?
I don't know of any.
I don't know of any either. I think if you drink too much of it, you might get full, but you're going to have to drink an awful lot of it to do that. The CBD goes in there and creates this homeostasis she was talking about. It's kind of like being in balance. Think of it kind of like a thermostat in your house.
Mm-hmm.
So when you set your thermostat at 72 degrees, when it gets down to 70, your heater comes on. When it gets up to 74, it shuts it off.
That's right.
And it stays right in there. And so what happens is with this endocannabinoid system, it takes our whole bodies and all of these different systems that we have, keeps them in balance, and so we can be healthy again. Because let's say that you had just one part of your system was out of balance. Do you realize that if your liver's sick, your whole body's sick? Yeah, and so what happens is with this balance that we get, we start finding a lot of benefits.
I think of it, I like the thermostat. I think of it as like a child's mobile in a crib, right?
Yeah.
So you take your heart problem, and then your medicine, you know, it takes your little mobile off balance. And then you take, I knew that was going to happen.
That's just telling us we're getting over 10 minutes. You just keep on.
I think of it as a mobile, and it takes off of balance. And then when you take a medication, say for your heart problem, it's going to have a side effect. So now these two are off balance. And what CBD tries to do is create balance so that we don't break. If we break a system, we're in trouble. And CBD is trying to make it so our systems don't break.
That's a pretty nice picture. Do you always think in pictures like that?
I do.
That's pretty cool.
I do.
like that.
I think
Yeah.
in whole pictures. I learn in whole pictures.
That's why you're so creative and artistic, right? Because you think that way?
I think it's because I'm left-handed and I'm like in my right mind. That's what
Once
I
you get to
think.
know her better, you're going to find out she is extremely creative. You're going to love that about her. So that's good. Okay, so is there anything else that you'd like to say before we sign this one off today?
I do. I want to say two things. First, Saturday, we're going to Anaheim, and we are going to rock the house with HempWorks' first road show. It's very exciting. The owners will be there. We are getting a hotel, so hopefully we'll get a lot of networking. We're going to be broadcasting, so stay tuned.
Yep, going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to learn a lot. Hopefully get excited about the product a little bit more. Find out how to do the business a little bit better, because this is a good business opportunity. So that's in there too. I
want to stipulate though, I didn't join HempWorks, or I didn't join this company to work the business. I joined it because I was in a lot of pain, and I was really suffering. I wasn't sleeping, and it was only a couple weeks ago that I was like, oh my gosh, they're paying me. This is a real business.
I know.
So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to not only share what I'm learning and grow myself. He recruited me to Toastmasters. He recruited me and I love it.
Yeah.
He has a pretty great club. So that's really
Yeah,
what I
you know,
wanna
you're going to be
share.
out there and you're going to be talking to a lot of people. And so the greatest skill that you're going to have, whether you're talking about a business or you're talking about just relationships, the greatest skill you're ever going to have is your communication skill. And the best place that you can learn how to enhance that communication skill is through Toastmasters. And no matter where you are in the United States, oh my gosh, we're in 143 countries around the world. Find a Toastmasters club, go out there and go to a meeting and see what it's like and see how you can enhance your skills. The thing that we're trying to do here is we're trying to educate people and support people. We're trying to help you with your life. The greatest way we can do that is with the CBD oil. So when we talk about the business, yeah, there's a business opportunity there, and it's a dynamite business opportunity. But the purpose for these videos is to educate people and to help you. So if you have anything you'd like us to talk about, let us know in your comments below here. Be sure and like us. And
Also subscribe and share.
That's right. So anything else?
I think that's it. So until next time, until Saturday, we'll talk to you later. I'm Charlene.